Rob Frazier here. Just want to do a little rant here. Because there's a lot of people, and if you follow me online, you know that I have a couple of Bitcoin opportunities that I participate in. And the thing is, there are people out there. So, for example, I used to be a security guard, and I spent 12 years in the Marine Corps. Now, and the story will make sense, I have dealt with all kinds of people working security, and especially as my time in the Marines. It's like, especially in security, and especially when people are drinking. And this is all going to tie in and make sense. In security especially, if people are acting like idiots, then I'm going to treat them like idiots. So the reason I say that is to kind of touch on why the government, quote unquote, is cracking down on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and things like that. When I worked security and when I was in the Marines, I would deal with all sorts of people from many different backgrounds and many different environments and many different situations. And if you treated me with respect, I would treat you with respect. If you treated me like an idiot, I would treat you like an idiot. I mean, that right there is like my premise for this whole video. So, tying it into crypto trading and things like that. This video says, crypto trader heads to federal prison. A little interview about this guy right here. Now, at first glance, you would think, oh, because he's a crypto trader, the federal government is cracking down on him, and that's why he's going to prison. Well, come to find out, when you listen to this interview, you will see that he was actually trading cryptocurrencies, not just using his own money, but he also had customers he was particularly trading for. Now, I don't know all of the, the details, but when I listened to this interview, at first glance I thought, oh, because he was just crypto trading, the government's cracking down on it and they didn't like that sort of stuff happening. But come to find out, he was trading for other people, using other people's money as well as his own, and he wasn't licensed yet to do so. When you're trading, when it comes to Forex, binary, or especially crypto, trading your own money by yourself is one thing. But when you start trading other people's money, you start, I don't know what you want to call it, acting like your own hedge fund or, your own broker and that kind of stuff, and you're starting to use other people's money to trade for your own personal profit. And his licensing, he said he had an issue with his license. So basically, long story short, he was trading for people using other people's money, and he wasn't fully licensed yet. Now, aside from opinions about, oh, the government and this and that, if you're going to trade just your own money, that's one thing. And if you're going to trade especially other people's money, you best believe you better get all your ducks in line and in a row and in order before you start doing it big time. You have to follow certain guidelines and rules. And if you're going to get into this sort of thing, you best do your research. Now, another thing, if you're trading by yourself, this is another thing that kind of touches me more so, because I have a couple of biz ops that pay with Bitcoin. This other article that was referenced below this video, and I may have a link to this video underneath this video that I'm filming now, and I'll have a link to this page under this video as well. IRS, virtual currency guidance, virtual currency treated as property, blah, blah, blah. General rules for property transactions. So it goes into a little bit as far as, not so much taxes per se, but the IRS is really starting to look at this whole Bitcoin thing. Now, my thing is, and to ultimately bring this home to the BizOp land, one of the opportunities that I was promoting was BitClub Network, and I didn't really promote it actively. I just kind of promoted it passively here and there. It says it's not available in the United States. Now, the reason being is because People are morons. Now, going back to my original thing, I treated people like idiots when they acted like idiots. If you're going to do a biz op, if you're going to trade, if you're going to promote a business that pays you in Bitcoin, don't be a fucking moron. You take your money, your Bitcoin, whatever Bitcoin you take, you cash out. And let me add this disclaimer. I'm not a tax advisor. I'm not an attorney. This is just common sense. I'm not, don't hold, have this video and say, Rob said I could do this. The only thing I'm saying is the money you cash out, especially in your business, if you're trading, make sure you set aside enough for Uncle Sam and have everything documented. And then there's some people say, oh, well, Uncle Sam takes so much from, capital gains and people who have their own business and things like that. Okay, fine, I understand that, but you can always make more money. You see what I'm saying? I always tell people, look, set aside at least 40% of what you bring in for taxes off the top. Who cares? And if it sucks because you have to set aside that 40%, who cares? Keep doing that, because that's the kind of stuff that's going to keep you out of prison. You see what I'm saying? If you're trading, whatever money you cash out to your personal account to use for personal use, set aside 40% for the tax man. So if you bring home $1,000 that week, take $400, set it in an account to use to pay for your taxes and pay taxes quarterly. So for every $1,000 comes in, you take $400, you put it in that account. You can't live off of $600? That's fine. You have the opportunity and a flexibility to make more money. Turn that 1,000 into 10,000, and you take 4,000, put it into the tax account, and take 6,000, put it in your pocket. And it's just that simple. People are fucking stupid, and that's why they're going to go to prison, because you're trading with other people's money, you're not fully licensed, you're doing dumb shit, or if you're just in a biz op and you're not taking 40% off the top, setting it aside for federal and state taxes, you're a fucking moron, and you deserve what's coming. That's why the government is cracking down. And, before people have their own personal opinions and, the government's micromanaging and doing this and doing that, this is the nature of the game. You have to learn the rules and just play the game. And for all the people, look, if you don't like the 40%, okay, fine. Make more money. You can't, you're not going to leave the country and go somewhere else. You start moving stuff offshore and doing all this other kind of crap. You know what I'm saying? So just, if you're in here, if you're in the States especially, just take 40% off the top, move it to an account, every 3 months pay the taxes, and if you're sick and tired of how much you have to give the government, then make more money. Stop complaining. That's the nature of the game. Or hire a tax strategist to help you with that kind of stuff. And so, that's the thing here, because in my case, I'm learning how to trade Forex. I'm learning how to trade cryptocurrencies with my own personal money. I don't trade for other people. I'm never doing that personally. If people ask, I'll show you where I learned to trade crypto. I'll show you where I learned to trade Forex, and that's it. You're on your own. But from that training, you know what I'm saying, you can profit, and from that profit, you have to make sure you set aside the piece for Uncle Sam. If you live here in the States, it's reality. You're not going to escape it. You're not going to run. You might as well just play the game, do the right thing, don't be stupid, don't try to hide anything, keep all your numbers written down, balance your books personally, and get someone else to do it. So you have 4 eyeballs looking at the thing, or if you both wear glasses, 8 eyeballs looking at the thing, and just be smart about what you're doing. Rob Fraser here, wrapping this video up. Links are below. We'll see you in the next.